All right, before I butcher your name, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's Mayeli, right?
It is
It is
Mayeli.
Mayeli.
Yeah.
All right, that's a bet. Well, Mayeli. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yes, ma'am. Great to have you here. Now you are from London, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, my shameful thing to say about anytime I meet people coming from across the pond, I always kind of whistle or sing like that American Boy in my head for some reason. Why I don't know, but it was just one of them songs that was always stuck
Yeah.
in my head.
Mhm.
But to start, like who are some of your favorite artists coming out, like that way?
Amy Winehouse,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. She is my favorite. I grew up listening to her. Still listening to her now, and Adele as well.
Okay.
Not so much as Amy. Amy's like my top.
Really? Now, what would make Amy your top?
Just the soulfulness in her voice, like she's really vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
when she, with what she's saying in her songs and stuff, and it's easily relatable, and she was like unapologetically herself. So I just love I just love her as a person, but also her music just speaks to me.
Where now listening to Amy, and Adele, like early on, like did that influence like some of your sound, or did you kind of like spin off and make your own thing?
It definitely influenced some, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Because you know I grew up listening to them both, so definitely influenced certain parts. Amy kind of influenced me to be more vulnerable, like with my when I'm writing my songs and stuff. Um, so yeah, definitely.
Okay. So I just got hip to something. They told me that London is calling you the Princess of Soul, right?
They are.
All right. So like when did you officially like get inducted this title?
Actually, not long ago, probably like a month ago.
Really?
Yeah, but I've always been that. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But what made them start calling you the Princess of Soul though?
I feel like just because when I make my music and when I sing, like I guess they just feel like I have that soulful tone, and I express that a lot as well in my music. Like a lot of people always comment on like the rasp and stuff like that, and I'm a princess. So.
Okay. Well, if there was somebody like, so, okay, so say someone like me, stateside or whatsoever, if we haven't heard your music before, what would be the first song that you would direct a person to go listen to in order to, get a good sense of who you are?
I would say either No More or Too Late.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Why no more?
No More has like the kind of more of like the soulful pop type of feel to it. Um, I really liked making that song. Um, it's one of my favorite ones. So yeah, it kind of gives up, and also like the vulnerability in the lyrics as well. And then the same with Too Late. Too Late is very vulnerable, emotional, and it's relatable.
Mhm.
So I feel like a lot of people have been through heartbreak and stuff like that. So it's they'll relate to it. A lot of people would.
Yeah. Okay. So like originally I know you started like were you always singing and writing together or did you start off more of a writer and then kind of branch into like becoming more of a vocalist?
I started off singing
Mm.
first. Like, my mum was a singer too. That was her job.
Oh.
So I was always around, like her being on stage. From when I was as young as I can remember. Like she always used to try and push me to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. So I was singing from like small. And then when I was about, I'd say when I was about 14, that's when I really started writing my own
Mm-hmm.
music. I kind of would like write things here and there when I was younger, but really like fully like structuring a song when I was about 14.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So since then, I guess like how has your creative process either grown or developed or like how has it changed completely?
It has changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel like I've always been drawn to writing because it's just an easy way for me to kind of just let out all of my emotions. But I do feel like obviously it's been years, so you're gonna grow and stuff. But I feel like my vocal ability has grown so much because if I listen to one of the archives from like being 15 and stuff, it sounds different. But I always had the passion for writing, so that kind of gave me like a push start to be able to grow more in that. But yeah, I've definitely grown and developed. Also, like just listening to more of my favorite music, going through stuff in real life as well, like going through different emotions, situations, roller coasters. Been going through a lot of different things, so that has definitely, you know, gave me a lot of things to write about. Gave me a lot of things to write about.
No, that's real. So like, I just found out that London has like a South by Southwest thing going on that happened for the first time, right? And you perform now. Before I even get into that, like how like so there's a north side. Is there like a North London, South London, East and West London? So was it like literally on the southwest side of London, or where they have it?
No, it was actually in more of like the east side of London.
Okay.
Yeah, like the eastish. It was in Shoreditch. So yeah.
You said a Shoreditch?
Shoreditch.
That's the area. Okay, all right. I'm gonna have to check it out. So tell me what your experience was like the South by Southwest experience.
It was really good, and it was good for me to be a part of it because it was their first time in London. So I was like, yeah, that was really dope to be a part of the first time that they ever done that in London. So the crowd was really, really, really interactive. It was kind of a new thing because we're not, you know, we haven't had that over there yet. So it was like a different experience because it was like, it's not just one
stage.
Big venue. It's kind of like, because I was new to that as well, like different venues, different stages dotted all over. So it was definitely like interesting. But everyone kind of found their way, and it was really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
What stage did you perform on, or which ones?
It was Fresh Courts.
Okay.
Fresh Court stage. So shout out to Fresh Court.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So now that we're stateside, are we looking to do any like shows like on this side anytime soon, or what's coming up on down the pipeline?
Definitely, yeah. I'm definitely looking to do more shows, just hitting more cities. I just done one in Chicago. That was my first time there as well. That was really, really good. Had some hardcore fans there. That's a story for another day. But it was good, like being in a whole nother state or city, whatever, that I'd never been to before, and seeing people come out for me, like, and really knowing all my songs, knowing all the words, like it was like a really good experience. So definitely gonna looking to go to, you know, just definitely want to do one in New York, want to do one back in London as well. But yeah, more shows, 100%.
For sure. Because, I mean, it seems like you built, like, a pretty large following just, like, off of your virality, like, from the covers just to your own original tracks and everything like that. So that's really good to hear that people came out and was able to enjoy you.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, like, these last couple of tracks. First, I want to talk about Lost. Break that down for me.
So Lost, it's like when you've been so in love with someone and they kind of have like manipulative ways, narcissistic ways, and like you're so involved, you're so in love with them that you put them like on a high pedestal, you put them way above yourself, and then you kind of lose yourself in that person. Like it gets to the point where you want them to do even better than yourself. Like you don't care if you're tearing yourself down to build them up, kind of thing. That's where Lost came from. I was going through a situation that was like that, and it literally, the hook literally says it, like, I've been so lost since I found you. Like since you find that person, everything just tumbles down, but you don't see the whole world crashing behind you because you just see them in the center, like trying to make sure they're okay. So that's where that song came from, and I just wrote it on a random night in my bedroom. It was like, I think it was like 10 p.m. and I heard this beat and I was just in my feelings, and I wrote it and I posted the first minute of it on TikTok, and the next day it had like 2 million views. I was like, okay, that's crazy. I didn't even kind of put it out there to be planning on releasing it or anything like that. It was just like off chance. So it went crazy. So I was like, okay, yeah,
I was about to say the
that's
raw
dope.
moments is really what people be looking for sometimes. So
Yeah.
that's dope. So I'm not gonna ask too specific, like who was you talking about in the song, but I would say like how did you pull yourself out of that situation? Like when you felt like you were giving your all to someone else, how did you get yourself back?
The only reason I actually got myself back was because they actually left. So I wasn't gonna be able to see them for who they really were if they didn't get removed from the situation by God or by their own choices. So yeah, the only reason I actually kind of got out of it and realized and was able to take a step back and be like, okay, this is crazy, was because I was forced to, because they left. So that's literally why.
Okay, well, hey, shout out to you for getting out the way, brother.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So now, can you break down Too Late for me?
Too Late, yeah. So kind of like a similar situation, but Too Late is kind of like after you've got out of that type of situation. Obviously, everyone's been through a similar situation where you want someone and then you're trying to do everything to have them, and then you're like, okay, finally, just buy it. And then as soon as you've moved on, they want to come running back.
Yeah, you gotta spin the block right quick.
They will. They're trying to spin the block, no. So yeah, that's like Too Late. Too Late is where you see that person finally for who they are, and they see how well you're doing. They see how much better you're looking, been in the gym, been eating good, skin looking nice, and then there's like, oh, shiny new toy. Let me kind of run back to you now. Okay. Too Late is like, yeah.
Now, what I'm seeing is it's like from Lost to Too Late. It was just like I was going through it. Now I'm standing on my business. Now, what's the next track that's coming? Where's that party outside? Like me and my chicks track. Where I know it's coming.
Look, there's definitely a few lined up, which is like a level up from that, being in that type of position.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to show that other side, because I put out a lot of heartbreak music, and everyone must think like you are really down bad, like you're but I promise I'm not, like but that's the thing, I can write about something that I've been through like 10 years ago, but I can put myself in that mindset to be so vulnerable into like literally saying exactly how I felt in that moment. So if I put it out now, people are like, oh wow, she's going through it. Like, no, I was going through it like however many years ago, but yeah, so.
But at least you can relate. So if you can relate, then we good to go. Yeah. Nah, I feel you 100%. So now the Speechless freestyle, right? That was something that kind of like went crazy for you, because that was one of your original songs then that went viral. Now, during that time, like what kind of phase was your career in, and how has it changed from then until now?
That was my first ever song that I actually put out. So that was like, I was young when I made that. I think when I made that, I was 17. And yeah, I feel like since then, a lot has happened, a lot has changed. The way that I write has changed, the way that I sing has changed. I think that song was kind of like a tester, just here, have a little throwaway type of song. But yeah, I've grown a lot since Speechless. I was, young and younger. I was younger. But yeah, I've grown a lot since that. It was like, I feel like when an artist puts out their first song, sometimes it's like, okay, I put out my first song, like I'm gone, like everything's changing. But then you realize like, okay, you don't just put out a song and then that's it. Like it's like your next one has to be better, then the one after that has to be better. Like you have to keep elevating. So yeah, when I put the song out, it put me into kind of like a reality check. Like I've got to, keep growing, keep working.
Okay, so like being a R&B artist out of the London area, like what are some of the difficulties that you face as far as like making it through and breaking through to be able to get heard by people? Like what are some of the artists you face over there?
I feel like in London it takes in the UK, let me just say, but it takes for, compared to here, like compared to the States, I feel like it takes a lot of people to kind of jump on you and appreciate you for everyone else to kind of appreciate you, like until they see that you're like breaking through or stuff like that. Like a lot of the time that's the case. So it's like you're trying so hard to put your music out, and also like, because I've got a lot of songs that's not R&B, that's like more pop, like soulful pop, we call it. So it's kind of just like navigating people to really just take in the music, like, and the lyrics and the meaning, because a lot of my songs, even the songs that I don't have out, they're just really relatable. But yeah, sometimes people just, they don't want to, you know, support until they really see that everyone else around you is supporting you. So I feel like that's kind of a hardship in like the UK.
That sound like America too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I've been feeling like America's not like that.
Nah, I mean, it's. I feel like it's human nature type of thing. You know, like people. One, it's kind of like a sheep mentality, like they gonna follow the herd, and then two, people just like to be on the next new shiny thing, like you said. So that's what's up. That's what's up. So if there's if there was a bar from any one of your songs, right, that resonates with you the most, like to this day, what would that bar be?
Oh, that's an easy question.
Yeah.
Because I've actually got it tattooed on me.
Okay.
I've got it tattooed all the way down my spine.
Oh, damn.
It's from my song I Will Believe. And it says, I'll build a boat to float on the river from the tears that I've cried. Yeah. So it's like...
I'm just crying a lot.
Just good. Just staring at the floor like, that hits hard. Yeah, I think that's what describes me. Like, that's why I got it tattooed, because I'm like, when I wrote that bar, I'm like, shit, like, that hits hard. Like, because it's like, no matter what I go through... Like, I've been through so much in my life from such a young age, but I always pull through. Like, even if I'm by myself or anything like that, like, that's why I be feeling like I don't even need anyone for real apart from God. Because I'm just like, I can go through anything and still be swimming through it. Like, so that's what resonates with me the most.
That's real. That's real. And if I could ask one last question, just to speak on who you are now, where you, like, you know, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, like if there was a word or a phrase that you would be able to use to describe that right now, like what would that be?
I feel like disciplines, because I used to kind of just rely on like motivation to kind of go forward, move forward and get things done. But I feel like now I just focus more on discipline, because motivation is only going to get you
so far.
So far. And I just really see where I'm going. Like, I just really see what I'm going to achieve. So it's like, motivation is only going to put you that little tiny bit forward. You have to be disciplined. So for the amount I want to achieve, I feel like that's the word, because it's going to take a lot.
Yeah, no, that's real. Because the motivation, I feel like it's an emotional base too, so it kind of burns out after a while. So the discipline is definitely necessary. Well, that's great, man. I really appreciate your time. I'm excited to see like what goes on for the rest of your career. For the rest of the year, for real. If y'all haven't heard it, make sure y'all check out that Too Late, that Lost, and everything before then, and you should let them know where they can find you.
So I am Mayeli on TikTok, Instagram, and Mayeli on all streaming platforms.
There it is.